stop pooping.
Yeah, then
it's time to start looping.
Yeah,
Time to start hooping.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right, yeah, back, this season we're trying to keep up with things.
Yeah,
do another
stay on top of
episode. Last time we had, Halloween edition. We had some pretty spooky, scary ballers
stuff.
Out there. This time we have Election Day edition.
Election Day. In America.
Going on right now. They are currently counting
tabulations.
Votes. The polls are still open for another 30 minutes.
They're open.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
People out there are picking which is their favorite color.
Yep. Yeah. Red or blue.
Yeah. Two good choices,
There should be more.
Primary colors, both
yes.
of them, right?
Yes.
I think.
Yes. Yeah.
Strong. Those are yellow. Yellow not really an option this year.
Not an option. Not as much.
Yellow didn't make the top two. It didn't make the finals.
I think if Kanye West ran, he would have been the yellow. The
Team
yellow
yellows.
color, Team Yellow. Yeah. I think that's what Gary Johnson was last year.
Yeah, back to Nugs.
Nug time.
How we doing? What's the record? 4-3.
We are
right now,
4-3.
This time we played a couple games.
4-3.
The last one we did was a little preseason. Obviously,
Yes.
we thought we're gonna stomp everyone.
Yes.
So off the bat,
Yes.
didn't start out that way. Started off with a couple L's.
Yep.
Some close ones, and then a couple overtime wins.
Yeah.
And then, still, other than beating up the hapless Jazz, it's been every win has been pretty hard fought.
Yes.
So,
even most of the OKC game we got smoked, but that Minnesota game went down to the wire, man. So even some of the losses were close,
Felt winnable.
It was winnable. If Murray played, I stand by it. We would have won that game, but.
Currently we have Murray injured. He just got concussed.
He got concussed, man. That doesn't happen that often.
Gordon tweaked his calf and is going to be out a couple weeks or something.
Yeah, that's too bad. That one's tough.
The bright side is
he was playing well too. He was shooting well.
Last game, Gordon missed most of it, and Murray was out.
And we
got to see a bunch of the youngsters out there.
Looked good.
Teams with 3 or 4 of Christian Brown, Strother, Najee, Peyton Watson, Hunter Tyson, a lot of dudes we drafted in the past 3 years and stuff that are all Nuggets draft picks. Finally seeing some decent minutes.
Peyton Watson and Christian Brown hitting back-to-back clutch threes at the end of that game.
Peyton Watson balling out, I will say.
Yeah.
He won our Defensive Player of the Year little chain. We have a official Rill blingy ass chain now, if anyone's seen that.
It looks good. It looks heavy.
Used to be a little bullshit one, and now they got some real jewelers to sponsor it or whatever.
It's legit.
But he balled out. Yeah, I'd been waiting because we've always seen flashes of it before since the first year where he was G Leaguer most of the year, came in a little bit towards the end of the season and started really balling out these couple games, seeing all these big block games, multiple block games. And we're like, damn, is he really going to maybe even get in the playoff rotation? And he didn't.
No.
But the next couple of years, we keep being like, when's he going to take that, next step into kind of being a regular contributor? And sometimes it just takes injuries and stuff to get the chance, get the opportunity. So far this season, before last game, he hadn't looked so good with his minutes, but finally having a good one, he'll get that confidence going. And especially if he can also hit threes, then he can definitely stay on the court and be a beast.
Huge, man. That'd be huge.
Sometimes it just feels like he's trying to do too much and force stuff and losing balls and driving into a bunch of people,
Christian Brown has been excellent. He's been way better as a replacement for KCP than I could have imagined. And
I'll say
he's been great.
Coming into the season before we played, that's one of the question marks. How's CB going to do replace KCP? And he's been great. Yeah, he honestly does also bring a lot that KCP didn't. When do you ever see KCP driving to the hoop and drawing fouls and stuff?
Yeah.
CB, I think I texted you that he does feel himself too hard sometimes. After he's making some big plays, he will inevitably, if he's doing well, he will eventually start driving into a whole team of people and losing the ball.
Part of that deal in the Karl Anthony Towns trade, misses that. Sit on the floor, kicks it out. Brown on the drive, goes inside, bank shot won't go.
Yeah, because he'll just get super hype and start being like, I'm God, I'm triple on everybody now.
Yes.
And it's like, whoa, calm down.
Yes. Although
that aspect kind of reminded me of like Bones or something. When he heated up, you just knew he was going to get too high feet and lose the balls.
Yeah. Although that the dunk he had over Gobert made me very, very happy. That was almost. I don't even care. I mean, I do.
Minnesota has 6 turnovers here in the fourth quarter. Christian Brown goes.
I do care we lost, but I do not care because he did this to that man. He detonated him and sent him to the Shadow Realm. So
yeah, that was great. And then at the end of the game, Brown gets too high feet and tries to keep driving in on him. Loses the ball and we lose.
Brown on the drive, goes inside, bank shot.
So, you know,
although Jokic,
double-edged sword.
Jokic, who always plays amazing, did take responsibility for how the end of that game played out. I saw him in the locker room. He said, turned it over, missed some shots. Which is what you want to see from your leader to say.
Well, that specifically the end of the game where Brown drives for it in the Timberwolves game, it did seem like Jokic kind of just could have had that little 3-foot out little floater that he always makes.
I would always prefer
just passed out to Brown instead.
If I'm being honest, I would always prefer Jokic to take the last shot. Even multiple times in the season, he's just gone into the paint and scored a bucket to like get us to OT or win the game. I trust him to do so, more so than to pass it out to one of our outside shooters who are streaky right now. Although MPJ's looked great recently, he's been balling out.
Yeah,
he loves to see
better.
that.
He had a slow start, pretty crappy first 3 or 4 games, and then a decent game, and then a good game, and then now another good game. He's been solid. Picking things up. Gordon he'd not been having really good games before the injury. So now at this point in the season, it's like where kind of check in. Where are we? It's like well, with the injuries, we're kind of in a little different position. Where giving more time to the young dudes. I think it'll be good for long-term development and stuff, and kind of see what our best lineups really are and who of the young guys is really worth playing at the end of the season.
For sure.
Or do we need to make desperate trades and stuff? It does already look like
trying to get Lonnie
trading
Walker
for or paying or whatever for Saric was maybe not a good move because he was terrible and now he's totally frozen out of minutes.
We're gonna have to move him.
Najee's been hit or miss. I don't know. I'd like to see some more time with him.
He rebounds
we definitely will now with
he's a great offensive rebounder. I like what he does on the boards for sure.
Watson, I'm a big believer. He can definitely ball out. Strother, huge believer. He's a great shooter. He's also not just a shooter. He's got a bag too. And like him getting to the rim. Also worry about him feeling himself doing dumb stuff sometimes, and then also just fouling out. I think the last 2 games he fouled out pretty early. And just defensively. Seems like he has the tools to be good defensively. Can be. He had a big block last game that was pretty high feet.
On the run. And swatted Strother.
But sometimes it's just kind of dumb, mental mistakes and things and making dumb fouls. But I think he can stay off of that. I think that's a teachable thing. He definitely could. Could be a solid, positive defender.
And so I wanted to mention this too because it's our team, and I'm high on Westbrook. He hasn't shot all that well, but he's had a couple games where he has shot well. In fact, last couple games when they've given him a lot of minutes, he's played really well. He impacts the game in a lot of ways. He plays really good defense. He locked up, on the last couple of possessions. We always put him at the end of the game. He's probably the reason Barrett missed that final shot last night. So if he shoots a little bit better or he just stops shooting threes altogether, we're in a really good spot. I mean, he's been playing really good extended minutes with Jamal out. He's the guy you want, bringing that defense, bringing that intensity, and he's helping the young guys develop. I'm really high on him. You'll hear a lot of people just hating on him for no reason, but when, even when he doesn't shoot great.
He's had some bad games.
He plays, he's had some good ones too.
Recently, especially, with Murray out now, Russ starting has looked good. And we've really missed this, I think, last year, having kind of backup ball handler guy. What I've liked with these young guy lineups, I think if we ran 5 young guys out there, they would be headless chickens running around. No idea. But with 3 or 4 young guys, and either Jokic or Russ and like sometimes MPJ out there
Yeah.
too now.
Yeah.
We had a lot of those lineups that we could kind of stagger. You either have Jokic or Russ out there to run the offense, be a calm veteran presence who knows what's going on and can kind of direct people.
Yeah.
And then the rest of your team is all young, athletic, switchable guys that can, mostly kind of shoot, kind of, get to the rim. And we saw some flashes of that yesterday against the Raptors. And
we did.
It was looking promising there.
And, let us not forget, too, we got Russell on a veteran's minimum. He's not costing us much money. Saric is probably the worst signing we've had.
Making much more than that,
Yeah,
probably.
yeah, well, a lot more. I think he's making like 14. Najee, well, you can fact check me on that. I'm not sure. Najee, we're giving him a bag too. So I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, the Najee, everyone always clowns on the Najee contract extension. Was like, well, what the hell is that about? Why extend and give him that money if he's not going to play any minutes meaningfully? Last year, really, he didn't. And I mean, we'll see now.
We'll see.
If he's developed some more there, or what?
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see for sure.
And I guess we can get to our first getting high segment. But first,
Absolutely. Show them what you're bringing to the table today. Eric always has the most insane shit.
All right, so I did roll a nice Cannagar here with about
Hold that one up
6
so they can
grams
see
of
how fat that
710
is.
flour and about 1 gram of rosin, but I can't really find the mouthpiece anymore. So we're gonna try to smoke it through this Gandalf pipe here.
Like so. Let's make sure they can see. Dude, he rolled like a.
This is also an official pipe one.
He rolled like an eighth in that shit, and then a bunch of. It's crazy.
Yeah, it was almost a quarter minus like a 1.
Oh shit!
And then
It's
it's about 1 gram of rosin. I can throw up a picture.
Let's do that. Shots. Sounds good. Rock on, Nugs. Ooh. We back like we never left.
We're back at it.
Yes.
Like a crack addict.
Yes. Yes, exactly.
As you know, one thing crack addicts are is persistent.
You know, we will just go back to work for a little while.
Just for a little while until we have enough money to buy some more crack.
Yes, they are, and extremely illogical. So
extremely logical. So all right, so we're back from getting very much so high on things.
Yes.
And figured for this part we kind of talked about the Nuggets and caught up a little bit on where we're at. We're kind of in the middle of things, looking medium, a little banged up. But we figured we'd browse around, the rest of the standings.
See what's going on, man.
See what's going on in this
Kick the can down the
National
street.
Basketball Association.
Yes.
And just what's surprising off the bat? I mean, off the bat, I would say the 8-0 team on top of the league with a plus 13.2 point differential.
Sheesh.
The Cleveland Cavaliers.
Bro, that surprised me. I did not expect that. I
thought they'd be decent. Honestly, I'd been expecting them to be good the past couple years, and they haven't really done
playoffs.
it enough that I'd kind of given up on them by now. And now it's finally happened. I was like, okay.
Well,
I feel like the past 2 years I'd had like bets on them being good, and it did not pan out.
Yeah.
Ever since Mitchell went there. But now we're kind of seeing that. The good Cavs defense that they've had in the past, as well as their offense looks way better now, and they look legit.
They do look legit. I am hesitant to think that they are going to be a real threat to, like, let's say, dethrone the Celtics, just because they have underwhelmed in the playoffs the past couple years. That being said, I think they're fully capable of being that sneaky team in the East. I don't think it'll be the Bucks.
Sneaky T.
I think the sneaky T will be the Cavs. I mean, that's.
I mean, they've been about the 4th or 5th seed the past couple of years.
Yeah,
that's
they might not be sneaky now. That's the thing. I got to rethink that because they might be the number 1 or number 2 seed if they continue on their thing. But that would come with a lot of expectations in the playoffs, man, and they'd have to show up to that. So.
Yeah. Let's see who else is surprising.
Well, I thought that the 76ers are surprising just because.
I
think of them as the contender to knock off the Celtics after the offseason they've had, but they're at the bottom of the East right now. They're pretty, I
was going to say,
without Embiid.
Surprising as the top of the East is, the bottom of the East might be more surprising.
I think so.
The Sixers and the Bucks as the worst 2 records in the East right now.
And that won't stay that way. That'll find its level eventually. But to start the season.
Yikes. The Bucks, I mean, Giannis and Dame averaging like 60 points between them.
I know.
And it hasn't been enough. They lost twice to the undefeated Cavs, which may just be the best team here.
Yeah.
So that's rough on the scheduling a little bit.
Sure.
But their defense has not been good. And I don't know. I haven't watched enough Bucks games to really talk about their specific issues, but it looks like things are not going well from an outsider perspective. Sixers at least have an easier excuse to just blame it on the fact that their best 2 players haven't played any of their games until the last one. Paul George got his first game time, but Embiid is still out. And now, even if he is gonna play, he got suspended 3 games for shoving journalists.
Yeah, man.
Although I guess the journalist was kind of like talking about his dead brother and stuff, so I mean maybe he deserved it.
Yeah. But
on the other,
it just sucks. I mean, just because that's just more negative press. But they also had the thing where they got fined $100,000 just not that long ago for Joel Embiid related stuff. So yeah, I mean.
Other teams, the Magic, that was one of your early picks to do well.
Yeah.
They're 3-5, not looking too good. Although Paolo got hurt, that definitely hurts their chances a lot. But I think they weren't even doing that great before that, I want to say.
That's what's up. Yeah, the Magic were definitely my dark horse team. But Banchero's been balling out, but I think he got injured, right? He's injured right now?
He is. That's what I was saying.
They were
so that
balling out
definitely
when he
hurts
was there.
their chances.
He was playing, yeah.
One and a surprising
I don't
team
know how bad it is.
that has a better record than the Magic in the East. The Nets.
Bro, that one is not gonna. Cam Thomas is a baller. He can
hit Schroeder
for sure, but that's not gonna be.
Schroeder the shooter.
Schroeder's
what?
awesome.
I like watching international ball sometimes, and Schroeder always balls out for the Germany team and stuff. So I've been waiting for him to show up in the NBA.
He's a guy that'd be low key awesome on the Nuggets when Maul is gone, but
to run the second unit.
When Maul is injured, if you could bring a guy like.
But hey, as a starter on a bad team here, it looks like they're not even that bad.
Oh,
the Nets.
Oh yeah.
But then in the other side,
real quick, just before you leave, I just want to take a lay of the land. The Heat are 3-3. That's impressive given the fact that
the Knicks also made 3-3.
Mid
the
so
new
far.
Knicks with this whole new swapped around roster.
What's up with the Pacers? They're not doing so hot. 3-4. They're all right.
Yeah,
They're all right.
they did.
They'll bounce back.
Well, they were the one to
think
knock off the Celtics, though.
Yeah.
Celtics are still up there. Their only loss was losing a close one to Celtics.
What I'm seeing is it's pretty muddied. It's just muddied in both
forgot that,
conferences
though.
right now. There's no a lot of teams in the mid. Okay, yeah, let's check on the West now.
And then move over to the West a little bit. We got everybody's preseason favorites. We were talking about how hyped up the Thunder were.
Yeah.
So far, they're living up to it.
What a pro wants, what a pro needs.
With the by far best defense in the league. Holding their opponents to under 100 points a game, 95.9.
Yeah.
That is, shit, who's even close? 107 is the next closest?
Thunder are good, man. They got good guys, man. They got fucking Caruso. They got a whole bunch of heads, man.
105, actually. The Spurs second best defense.
Who? The Spurs?
Actually, Golden State. The Spurs would be third.
Golden State surprised me in the West for sure. I would not, but they're just starting off hot. Who knows if they can maintain it? But
that's probably biggest surprise in the West here so far. 6-1, Golden State. Buddy Hield. Hey, I called that he was going to be good on this team.
We knew he'd get buckets. He's a perfect fit for that.
I didn't necessarily think as a team they would be this good. Some of that I think might be soft schedule too. Have they even beat anybody?
It's early. It's early,
they've just
dog.
been playing nobodies.
I think that the Suns being in the top
Suns
two
also
is
6-1.
Is a
little less surprising than the Warriors maybe, but also I think neither of us are really big Suns believers.
But look, the 4 through the 10 seed has the same record in the West.
It's frankly a lot of those.
So it's muddied, man.
Other than the Thunder, which are living up to expectations, all the other top teams we expected to be up there are like 6 through 8 down here. And then all the old man watch teams that we thought are done are 2, 3, and 5 here. Suns, Warriors, Lakers.
I don't think it's
so
going to last.
Maybe they're not washed.
The Suns might stay in the top 4 in the West. I don't know, man. I've always thought they could put it together. I do ultimately think they're too thin depth-wise to make it, multiple 7-game series in the playoffs. But KD's been balling the fuck out. You know what I mean? They're a dangerous team, man. They're dangerous.
They beat Blazers and Sixers last 2. Okay,
well, that's
nobody.
Soft.
Beating the Lakers and the Mavericks. Okay,
that's
a decent win.
That's something.
But their loss was also to the Lakers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
On the Suns.
Yes.
So not bad.
It's muddy.
And Lakers. Speaking of, who's leading the league in points right now? No one other than Anthony Davis.
AD. He's been open.
People think of him much more in line with like defensive player of the year.
Yeah.
Well deserved rather than going for a scoring title, but maybe he could even do both. Has anybody done that?
That'd be cool.
I don't know.
It'd be really cool.
Giannis did MVP and Defensive Player of the Year, and I think Michael Jordan did that.
Yeah.
Maybe Hakeem. But that'd be crazy. What else? Who sucks? Pelicans 3-5. That's not great. They're one of those teams that could be good, but
what is their deal, man? I need to watch the games. I can't sit up here and act like I've actually watched the Pelicans game this year.
Grizzlies 4-4.
I should. I don't know what's up with them. I'm not sure. The Grizzlies,
they've been hit or miss. Yeah,
they've been hit or miss.
I think they need to figure some things out. But
they're a dangerous team. When
moments where they've looked good, and I will say they're fun to watch. Ja is always pulling off crazy highlights, spinning Maru circus tricks.
Morant gets the step. Morant, the spin!
Bro, he
does like a front roundhouse front flip, then disappears over you in a ninja fucking Naruto move, and then appears behind you, and then you're like, what? And then he comes out of the ground, and then you're like, this doesn't make any sense, and then he dunks on
it. Makes no sense.
And you're like, damn.
I've seen him. He's so fun to watch, man. I saw him hit a fadeaway corner 3 directly after throwing an alley-oop from the ground. He was sitting down on the ground, and he threw an alley-oop. And I was like, this
Morant trying to feed it. Ball to the floor. Ja from the seat of his pants. Lobs Rill.
Man is the greatest show on NBA TV. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
For sure. That or, just a Wemby check, as I got to do.
Wemby check.
Spurs are 3-4. They're kind of mid. They're not looking incredible, but they're not supposed to be yet. And they're kind of improving and learning things. And last game, Wemby had 9 blocks and 3 steals. So he's wild.
Yeah, he's a wild one. Eric already said
hitting threes. Sometimes he just like walks up to half court, fucking shoots a logo 3, and you're just like, this is insane.
Castle, Victor Wembanyama.
What am I watching? He's 8 feet tall, alien, just jacking threes from the edge of the stadium.
I know.
It doesn't make any sense.
That's crazy, man.
And he's swatting things from 10 feet away.
That's crazy, bro. He's some sort of like Gumby. Like you remember Gumby, like the green stretchy arm dude and some Gumby. That's Wemby. You should call him Wemby the Gumby man.
Gumby Wemby. AI images. Give us something.
Yeah, help us out. Bless us with a funny ass Gumby man.
Alright, yeah. Enough to talk about teams. Fuck the teams. Talk about people.
People. Okay. Talk about the people.
Who scores the points?
Who scores the points? And,
AD 32.6 right now.
Oh, you're looking at the most scorers?
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Top 10, AD, Giannis,
Maxey at 3.
Tatum, Jokic is 5th. Luka, LaMelo Ball, Dame, Ant, and Durant.
LaMelo's in the top 10? Okay.
Yeah, no, he's actually fallen. He was like crazy. He was top 3 or something. It's calmed down a little there, I think. But he's had a lot of 30-point games, 36s.
I'm with it.
Shit like that. Also, what is he averaging? 5 or so assists? Okay, not as crazy there. But, yeah, pretty surprising. Honestly, another surprising one, Shea is all the way down in 12th, 25 points a game. He was averaging like 30 last year and was always near the top. He's a little lower than normal. Luka in 6th, below Jokic in scoring. That's usually the thing, he does better than him at.
Norman Powell's been balling. He's at 13. I would not have thought about that. Where is he? He's not 13. He's 16. Cam Thomas at 15.
There's some crazy ones. Yeah, top 16 in the league. You have DeMar DeRozan, Cam Thomas, Norman Powell. That's interesting.
Brandon Ingram's been balling from what I see. That's somewhat surprising, too. Not that he can't hoop. I actually think he'd be a good guy on the Nuggets if we could get something reasonable done. But I didn't know he was that high up on the scoring list. That's crazy.
Also, Jokic, just to look at his numbers, he is, 29.6. Basically, I'll round up slightly and call it 30. Yeah. He's pretty much at a 30-point triple-double, which is insane. That 30, insane. 12, and 10. Yeah. Rebounds, he's 3rd, behind Sabonis and Zubats. All the big European dudes leading in rebounds there. It's funny. Assists, Jokic is 2nd behind Trae Young. He's ahead of Harden now. Chris Paul in 5th on the Spurs. About 9 assists a game. Interesting. Him on the Spurs with the Wemby thing working out a little bit.
Yeah. What's crazy about...
Yeah, boards, Karl Anthony Towns up there over 12 rebounds a game on the Knicks. That's interesting. And Giannis still putting up great stats everywhere, despite his team being 1-6.
Ayton I'm seeing on this list of rebounds. That's cool, man. Congrats to him. I always feel like he got shitted on and he got shipped off to Portland.
He's still in the league.
He's still playing. Yeah, he's just on a bad team.
And this one I want to click on just because it's hilarious. Where is Jokic now? Okay, he's fallen down below Aaron Gordon in 3 percentage here. Gordon, top 10, 54% shooter this year.
Crazy. He had one game versus the T-Wolves, which we ended up losing.
Hope this little calf thing doesn't ruin the momentum we were on there.
Bro, he had a game. He was 7 for 8 or
already fucking S tier at everything else. If he can now be a good outside shooter,
it's crazy.
He can be
game over.
All-star. He can do anything.
I completely agree. Completely agree.
And funny enough, who's between Gordon and Jokic here? A player who was on our roster last year that we let go. Jay Huff has been balling out for the
didn't know
Grizzlies
that. I
this
didn't
year.
know that, man.
He never really got minutes, but
That's
he was
crazy.
there. He got some garbage time minutes occasionally.
Malone is not big on playing.
But we never gave him a shot. We gave a
Yeah.
bajillion dollars to Sharge to come out here and be terrible.
Oh my
Let
god.
this, this big huffster bearded guy go. And now he's a baller and he's making all his threes.
That Sarge thing is a real misplay. It's gonna really fuck us up. I mean, I don't know.
Also, we're shitting on him and it's been small sample size.
Yeah.
He's supposed to be a good shooter and he hasn't made any threes yet. So I mean,
I'm
maybe
sure-
it'll bounce back a little.
I'm sure he has to be a good shooter though, and he has to be okay on defense. And I feel like he's not good on defense. So maybe I'm judging him too harshly, but it's not been a good sample size so far. We'll see if he turns it around. He might.
You know who's the highest attempts here that stands out on these high percentage three shooters? Kyrie. He's jacking up 6 threes a game and making 56% of them.
Jesus
That's
Christ.
pretty crazy high. He's looks like he's been doing pretty well.
Cam Thomas. Where's Thomas on the list? He's definitely been.
Is he getting elected?
Cam Thomas. He might.
Cam Thomas for president.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, 3%. What else we got? Free throws. 3 people have still made 100% of them. I don't know why I thought checking on this would be funny, but how many we got? Darius Garland. He only shooting 1.8 free throws a game, but he hasn't missed yet.
Bro, he fucking was going crazy yesterday.
Yeah, he had a crazy game. He's been balling out. Cavs could be for real.
Yeah.
I don't know. I would like to see them coming into playoffs still in this form. That's such a long way away. You never know.
It's a while away.
You know how things are going to look by then.
It is true. It's unpredictable, man.
But cool. I can't think of anything else to talk about. I guess we should smoke more weed or something.
Hey, I'm down for that, man. Happy election night, fam.
While we watch the election, and make sure we get Slum in the picture here.
Slum cat.
Slum, you can't just be sitting in the corner and not be in the view.
It's the slum vision.
That's how it works.
Slum vision.
Yeah, we'll see what's going on. Get back and do a last segment.
Oh yeah.
High as fuck.
Yes.
High on Nugs.
Yes.
High on dabs.
All of the
High on
above.
love.
High on love.
Let's be thugs and
Best bugs.
talk about bugs.
And talk about bugs.
Top 10 bugs in basketball.
Top 10 bugs in
basketball bug draft.
Ooh! I love it. I love it. I love drafts. Okay. I went first
But
last time. You gotta go first this time.
I feel like it doesn't match the theme of it being election day. So
I don't know. I'm okay with it.
Is it too high of a suggestion for it to be bugs that are also current U.S. politicians
No.
represented as a bug as a basketball player?
I would like to point something out first before I answer the question. We did do a presidential basketball draft We did, and we
that's
filmed
why
it, and it got
instead of-
lost.
that one's up.
That one's up? Oh, bro.
That's why instead of all-time presidential...
We lost the superhero one. We had the presidential one. So
instead of all-time presidents, we'll just do current politicians. But also, instead of them in their human forms, we'll do them as a bug.
I like it. That's fine. That's crazy. That's insane. Mad scientist shit. Let's do it, bro. Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay.
And because it's my idea, I feel like it's on me to come up with one to set the standard.
Well, I went first last time, so you actually have the first pick this time.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. I need to think of one while you're thinking of one. I gotta start thinking. I'm so baked. All right.
Yeah, hear me out. We're going, Pete Buttigieg as a centipede. For some reason, I feel like that just fits his face.
Is it a centipede?
Having like 100 legs behind it.
Okay, that sounds scary.
With like a little rat face.
Oh, you like a giant centipede with a rat face?
That's gonna be like a shooting guard.
That's a shooting guard. You're gonna clamp them up. Clamps on them. Put the pads on them. It seems a little unfair to have 1,000 arms, but here's the thing. They're all small. They're all like really, like you don't have a lot of reach with them, right? Yeah. So that's the thing. If you can, it's gonna be interesting. That's an interesting pick. I like that. I'm gonna go with. I feel like Abraham Lincoln's always a strong draft pick for a basketball draft.
It has to be current politician.
Oh, current politician.
As a bug, as basketball.
This is bad because I don't know that many current politicians. But
we can pull it up on the tab here. Let's.
Okay, but I'm gonna go.
Just Google.
I'm gonna go. Is Obama still a current politician?
No.
He's not. Damn it. Because he could hoop. Obama could hoop. All right, current politicians. You know what? I'm not saying either, because this is about ball. This isn't about politics. This is just about ball. I'm gonna say Trump, and I'm gonna make him a skunk beetle. What is the one? A dung beetle, bro. It's going to be Trump as my center. He's going to be a dung beetle, and he's going to roll around the basketball like a thing of poop. And he's
as the center?
Actually,
seems like he'd be in the paint.
I think I don't want him as my center. I want him as my power forward.
Okay.
I'm going to make Trump as a dung beetle my power forward. I had a lot of trouble figuring out and even pronouncing the word dung beetle. But I think they roll a ball, so they can hoop. I think that yeah. I don't know why Trump. He's not that athletic, but as a beetle, I think he might be pretty good. Plus, he's kind of big. It'll work.
How tall is Hakeem Jeffries? Do they have his height on here? That seems important for a politician. They should list heights.
Politicians, man. That's crazy. I wish I knew more current politicians. I really don't.
I'm point guard. Bernie Sanders is a ladybug.
That's good. Bernie Sanders is a current politician, okay, but Obama's not. I guess that makes sense.
No, he's
senator. He's not. He's active. He's active. Yeah. Damn, that'd be so good. That's good. Okay, Barry Sanders, ladybug point guard.
I mean, you can do Obama. He's recently retired.
I think that's fair. I think that's fair. But is his wife? His wife could run, right? Michelle
could, but she's not.
She's not. Okay.
Doesn't hold office.
All right. What about AOC? AOC is a
She is one.
All right.
Yeah.
We're gonna do AOC as praying mantis.
Oh.
And she's gonna be my shooting guard. I'm not putting her at point. I think she's the shooting guard. I think she would have the mantis stroke. Yeah. Put her at the 2.
Yes, I'm scrolling around people's names. I think the trick is just to not think too hard.
Yeah, I'm just going for guys, that I only know maybe 5, so even that's a stretch.
Josh Hawley, being a sort of blood-sucking vampire creature that he is. Oh, damn, I'm getting off camera there, aren't I? Yeah. I think he could be a good spider. As like a power forward.
Ooh.
Just a big, like, creepy tarantula.
I can't believe anything spider. That was good. You did.
Alive. Josh Hawley. Missouri spider eater creature.
Spider eater creature.
Power forward.
I like it. That's good. That's scary.
If you want to browse these random names and stuff, feel free.
I'm going to try not to because I don't know those guys. Because I'm going to try to think of people I might know, and I don't know that many. But I know AFC. Trump's a human being.
Yep.
And I have him on my team as not a human being. I have him as a dung beetle, but still, you know what I'm trying to say. All right, so who's next? My pick. When's my pick? I need.
Yeah, I think we each got 3 so far.
Okay. No, I think we each got 2. But I'm on my 3rd. You're right. I'm on my 3rd right now. But I'm trying to know politicians. All right. Well, Tim Walz is kind of he's a human being, bro, and he kind of has a bald head. He seems like he might be kind of big. I don't know how tall he is, but yeah, he's let's go with that guy. And what does he remind me of, man? He kind of reminds me of a beetle, you know what I mean? But we already got a dung beetle, so we need something different. We need some sort of like insect that I haven't covered yet, bro. Okay, I'm gonna make him a roly-poly-oly, man. I'm gonna take Tim Walz, and he's gonna be a roly-poly bug, and I'm gonna make him my small forward, and I'll put him at that 3, and yeah, and I'll just roll around. He'll have good chemistry with Trump, who's a dung beetle who rolls shit. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
Yeah.
Plus, I can see him as a roly-poly-oly.
The roly-poly and the dung beetle combo seems good.
Lethal,
seems like some good synergy.
I know.
There you got going on.
I know. You got the praying mantis shooter.
I am clearly stalling for time.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna go Tommy Tuberville. He was a football coach.
I don't even know.
He's an Alabama senator now.
Okay. Like that.
But being a football guy, I feel like he would be good at banging in the paint there and everything.
Yeah.
As my center.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that would be best represented by a cockroach.
Cockroach, nice.
Tommy
Good
Tuberville,
one.
the cockroach.
Good one.
As my center.
I like it.
He's just a big ass cockroach.
That's scary. I'm already afraid, man. Seems pretty apt. I like it a lot. Okay, bet. We're in there. Okay.
And yeah, you and then I've done 4, so yeah, you're 4.
You've done 4?
I went first, yeah.
Oh, bet.
You've done 3, yeah.
Okay, I'm a high as fuck. Oh, that makes more sense. Okay, cool. So I need a 4th guy or gal. Hillary, is she still in the league, or is she retired?
She does not have a current position.
Damn, and Biden's not running anymore either.
Well, Biden is current president still, so he can.
Ooh, give me Sleepy Joe at my 1. As this is gonna be a bad pick, but it's just gonna work because I think it'll be good for the game. I'm gonna put Sleepy Joe at my 1, and I'm going to make him a caterpillar, and he's gonna be playing the slow game, caterpilling around, bro. And it's a bad pick for a point guard, and he's gonna be my 1.
Hey, maybe he'll turn into a butterfly.
Ooh! In the second half of the season, or maybe in the playoffs, he comes out of the cocoon, becomes a butterfly. We have to make it to the play-in game. We need him to evolve before the play-in, so we can play into the playoffs and go hard. So yeah, I'll take Sleepy Joe as a caterpillar, and maybe he becomes a butterfly by the end of the season if we hang around long enough.
I'm gonna say JD Vance as a worm.
That's a good one.
Because he already is.
He's a worm. Yeah.
And it seems appropriate.
Yes, bro.
And everyone needs a good wormy small forward, that tweener kind of guy that can be, flexible, defend, pretty much the 1 through the 5, because worms can be, glooping around.
Yeah, worms can be glooping around, man.
And you ain't never seen a worm shoot a basketball.
No, I haven't. That'd be cool.
But
just throw with their heads.
Beautiful shot motion.
That would be sick. We need to make a claymation movie about a worm playing basketball. That would be sick. I would watch that. Better than Airbud.
From rural Appalachia.
From rural Appalachia.
Grew up poor and ends up a pro basketball player. The poor worm. That's the.
Let's put it up. Movie poster. The poor worm.
That's the.
Oh my man, just hit. Some cat. No. The poor that grows up to become the best one in the game. Wait, hold up. Did I do? I think I did all my guys, right? That's on covered all the positions.
Yeah. Or did you do one? I did the worm. Did you do something after that?
No, I didn't do anything after that. I'm trying to think.
You need one more.
I'm just trying to think of what position I missed because I got Sleepy Joe at my 1. I got Camilla, or not Camilla. Who do I got at my 2?
AOC.
I don't think we draft. Oh, AOC. Yeah, I don't think we draft Camilla yet. Yeah, I got AOC at my 2.
Did Trump at power forward.
Trump. Oh, I don't have a center.
Maybe not.
Because my small forward was
the roly-poly
guy, Tim Walls. Tim Walls, the roly-poly guy. Damn, so I need a big MFer for my center. Let's think of a bug first. What bugs haven't we?
I mean, Trump could be the center, let's be real.
Yeah, he could. Trump could be. I need them to be interchangeable.
The diapers add extra weight.
Yeah, and Trump's a dung beetle, but it'd be like a big one.
Diapers around in the paint. Nobody's gonna want to get back down by that.
That's true. Okay, I'm making a super evil person. Wait, who's super evil, man? I'm making Ted Cruz Scorpion as my power forward, I guess, if I'm moving Trump to center. Ted Cruz Scorpion.
Fair enough.
But I don't know. He's evil, but there's probably a better dude for that. But
imagine you could get blocks with a stinger.
I was about to say, I just don't know that many politicians. I would have picked someone probably more appropriate, but I'm going with that guy. So
that's fair.
Yeah.
I feel like he's probably tall.
I feel like as a scorpion, he just seems like he just seems like a dickhead, bro. He does seem like a bit of a coward, but like as a scorpion, he wouldn't be because he'd be mostly scorpion, and scorpions are vicious. You know what I mean?
He'd have something to back it up.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Cool.
Sweet.
All right, I think we got a pretty good depiction of current U.S. politicians as bugs.
I think so.
Basketball players. Damn, Slum.
What's up, fam? You good? I think I woke him up and then he got mad.
Slum, what are you doing?
Well, that's my shirt, fam. You gotta let it go. He's on there, man. He's feeling the vibe.
Hey. Slum.
Yeah. Hey, he's high on Nugs too, probably. Not really. We didn't smoke down the cat, but maybe he's just feeling the vibe. Cat.
He's just jealous.
He's just chilling. He probably smell. I got a cat too. They probably smell each other.
All right, I think he's saying that it's time to go.
Yes.
All right, good chatting and stay high on Nugs.
Stay high on Nugs.